In the Christmas stocking of life, you never know what's been left for you until you reach in and pull it out. Sometimes it's a lump of coal. Sometimes it's lemons. Then there's the inevitable collection of nuts that always falls to the bottom. And sometimes, just sometimes, life surprises you and you pull out a diamond. This time, I definitely pulled out a diamond.
Oh, come on. Not another one of your stupid film noir detective mysteries. There's only so many times I can hear that cheesy dialogue.
Film noir is a classic genre. Everybody loves a good detective story.
Come up with something different, or someone else will have a go.
Okay, something different. How's this? There's a Frenchman. He's sitting on a bench.
It's always a bloody frog, isn't it?
He's French-Canadian.
Trevor, hush. We finally got him to tell something besides a detective story.
Anyways, he's sitting on this bench, listening to a man and woman talking. He's tossing a little red ball back and forth between his hands. And the couple's little boy notices. So he gets on his little bike and rides over to the man.
Louis, tu vas pas trop loin, s'il te plaît.
Est-ce que t'es un magicien?
On dirait bien.
T'es vieux par un magicien, toi.
Oui, mais j'ai rencontré la magie très jeune.
Les objets volent vraiment?
Ça dépend des points de vue. Et tu pourras poser ta question plus tard. Mesdames et messieurs, à présent, devant vos yeux ébahis, je vais choisir quelqu'un d'entre vous, au hasard. Oui, vous, mademoiselle en rouge au fond, venez me rejoindre.
Et toi, on sait tous les deux qu'il y a des trucs derrière tes tours. T'es pas magicien. Tu sais pas ce que c'est de la magie. Tu connais rien. On va se revoir tous les deux.
Mesdames et messieurs, je vais dès à présent confier ce papier vierge et ce stylo à ce cher monsieur et lui demander d'écrire un mot. Je vais tenter de le deviner par télépathie. Maintenant que c'est chose faite, je vais vous demander un peu de silence et de la concentration. Le ou les mots, c'est une poupée. Je vois des paillettes. L'enfance. Une poupée. Oui. Alors c'est comme ça. Tu vas me laisser seul.
T'es pas tout seul.
Est-ce que tu peux la soigner avec la magie?
Non. La magie ne peut pas tout résoudre.
J'ai décidé de dire au revoir à la magie. C'était la fin de mon histoire.
Est-ce que la magie, ça existe vraiment?
La magie existe pour ceux qui veulent y croire.
Louis, on va y aller?
She died? Why did she have to die?
Hey, you wanted something besides a detective story.
I didn't know it was going to be such a sad story.
Okay, my turn. When my mom was younger, before she became a teacher, she used to do a little modeling.
Print a runway.
Print?
Nice. Maybe I can see some of her work sometime.
Ew! Gross, that's my mother you're talking about.
We know.
Anyway, when she first started, she heard lots of horror stories from the other models. A lot of them talked about times when they were uncomfortable, or how creepy the photographer.
They're all creepy. I think the only reason anyone does become a photographer is so they can see naked girls all the time.
Yeah. Have you seen that creepy kid at school who takes pictures for the yearbook? Every time he looks at me, it's like something out of a horror movie. Gives me the willies just thinking about it.
And how about that woman who does the family photos at the mall? There's definitely something not all there about her.
Hey, do you mind? Do you want to hear the story, or do you want to gossip about the creepy yearbook guy? Good. So anyway, one time she heard a story about a girl who just started out in modeling. She took some pretty big risks just to get work and to build her portfolio. One of the first jobs she ever took was in this old, abandoned hospital.
Yeah, just wait. No, it's an actual abandoned hospital. Yeah, I just got here. It's a little creepy, actually. Ha ha ha. Yeah, very funny. Well, just a second. No, it's our second date. Well, not date, but whatever. Yeah, he's nice. Gotta go. Yeah, I got it. I'll try not to die. Yes. Okay, bye.
Justine,
Hi, Mark.
I'm glad you can make it.
Me too. I'm a little nervous.
Don't worry, it's gonna be fun.
Okay, but I've never done this before.
Which is a good thing. Look, you're natural, I can tell it. And you look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So, you brought some clothes and your accessory?
Yeah. My friend lent me her entire closet.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay. You want to take a look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Let's go.
Cool.
You coming?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're doing great. Just like that. Arch your lips a little. It's beautiful. And don't forget to breathe.
I'm so uncomfortable.
It's all good. Don't worry. Now, go lean against that wall, please. Up to the wall. Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful.
Like that?
Uh-huh. Chin.
Like this?
Yeah. Yes. Nice. It's beautiful. Justine, you good?
Yeah. I just heard something.
Oh, Justine, relax. Breathe. Okay? You're doing super good. Just relax.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's okay. Look at me.
Yep.
Chin down. Nice. Nice. Here, look at this. You see? You see how beautiful you are? This is what I mean. So you have to trust me. Do you trust me, Justine?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have fun now?
Yeah.
So this is really cool. Every week I'm discovering new things, but this is my favorite spot.
Wow.
Yeah?
No, I think I want to go home. I think I'm gonna go home. No,
It's okay. It's okay. Okay?
I want to go home. I think I want to go home. I really want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go. No. Please.
Relax, Justine.
Please let me go.
Shh, relax.
No. Let me go.
What happened to her?
Mom said they never heard from the girl again.
Your mom's yanking your chain. If they never heard from her again, how'd they hear the story of what happened?
My turn. Mine's a dream I had a while back. A long, very detailed dream. So, it's Christmas time in New York. I'm walking through the city and I finally end up in the park. But then I realize it's not me in the park, it's this little girl dreaming about being in the park.
Bom dia, mãe.
Bom dia, meu amor.
Mãe, eu tive um sonho muito bonito nessa noite, imaginando que eu podia enxergar o parque.
Como assim, enxergando? Você estava sonhando, não?
Foi mais do que isso. Eu vi o céu azul. Ele era muito lindo. Ele tinha nuvens e era muito grande.
Que lindo, meu amor. Mas agora toma o seu chocolate que tá quase na hora da sua aula.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Sorry. Is there anybody sitting here?
Nope.
That smells good.
Do you want a cigarette?
Sure. Thank you. You're very handsome.
How do you know?
Tá tudo bem, minha filha?
Eu me lembro. Ela estava conversando com um homem muito bonito.
Very handsome.
Minha filha, você tá me assustando. Para com isso.
Ela fala uma linguinha parecendo inglês.
Were you always blind?
No.
What did you miss the most then?
The moon. With the sun I can feel, but the moon is hard to feel.
Do you see the moon in your dreams?
It is so funny that you should ask me that. You know, last night I had a dream that I could see for the first time in years. And I was in this house and there was this lady and she was speaking in a foreign language, but I could understand everything. And she was talking about me and you today in the park. Don't worry, I have more.
I put some for you on the table.
Ele é bonito.
I know. Are you the girl from my dream?
No, I'm just the guy from the park. All right, hope to see you. Bye.
Bye.
Eu posso ver o que você não vê. Você pode ver o que eu não vejo.
Are you blind too?
Sim.
What language do you speak?
Português. Eu moro no Brasil.
Beautiful.
Você pode me mostrar a sua cidade?
What do you want to see?
Tem um homem parado na sua frente. Eu acho que ele gostou de você.
Where? Where is he?
Olha pra ele. Ele está à sua direita. Ele está olhando pra você novamente.
Is he tall?
Não.
Fuck it.
Você está chegando no final. 2, 3. Então a porta abre. É um homem vestido como um robô. Traga um caminhão de brinquedo e o pirulito.
Can you imagine being blind and then realizing the only things you can see are through someone else's eyes? Someone who's thousands of miles away, never being able to see what's directly in front of you, but always being able to see what's in front of the other person.
I don't know what would be worse. Not being able to see at all, or being able to see but only things that are 1,000 miles away.
That's one messed up dream. There's something not quite right about you.
Leave her alone, okay? She's just very sensitive. Who knows? Maybe it's not a dream. Maybe Maggie was seen through the eyes of those other two people.
What are you all so pensive about? I could have heard a pin drop when I walked down the stairs.
We were just telling stories, and Maggie told us one that had us all thinking.
When I was young, we used to tell scary stories. Y'all are telling philosophical stories?
Well, Susan told us a scary one when she'd heard from you about a girl who went on a modeling job in an old hospital.
Yeah, I had no idea you used to be a model. Maybe I can see some of your work one day. Or not.
That was just one of those cautionary tales that all models hear. Urban legend. They're never really entirely true, but there's always a tiny bit of truth to them. They just get exaggerated through the years.
You have any more?
I have plenty of stories. I'm an English teacher after all.
Tell us one.
Okay, here's one I heard at the school. Do you all believe in ESP, extrasensory perception? Do you remember Mr. Casey?
The guidance counselor who left school suddenly a few years ago?
That's him.
He was a good counselor.
I heard he ran off with one of the senior girls, and they live in Hawaii now.
I heard that his mother got sick, so he had to go back home to take care of her. It's so sad.
I heard that he was in the witness protection program, and the mob found out where he lived, so he had to relocate again.
I heard he was in prison.
Shh, stop. Let her tell her story.
Well, there are some things about Mr. Casey that only a few people know about, and fortunately, I'm one of the few who happens to know the whole story. Mr. Casey wasn't who everyone thought he was.
Knew it.
There's a reason Mr. Casey was such a good counselor, and it wasn't because he was well-trained or exceptionally empathetic.
Hey, I'm William, and I know what you're thinking. No, really. I do. But reading minds isn't always a good thing. You hear everything, and I mean everything, including the darkest thoughts that someone could think.
Ugh. I wonder if his first wife just died of boredom. I shouldn't even feel bad about sleeping with his boss. Hell, it's probably kept him employed. How else will you manage to take care of that little thing?
William, will you be joining us for dinner?
After causing the demise of my father's second marriage, I figured maybe it was best to keep my mouth shut. Instead of talking, I decided to listen. To listen to kids who felt they didn't have someone to talk to, and maybe use this thing for something meaningful. So I became a high school guidance counselor.
Mr. Casey, I don't know why I have to stay late for this. Kayla is always tripping on some nonsensical type shit.
Hey, language.
I didn't make that stupid meme about her. I just retweeted it.
Yes, you did, Damien, and quite frankly, I don't appreciate you tarnishing
I
my
don't
good
even
name.
know Photoshop like that.
You don't need to know Photoshop.
What do you mean? I don't need to know
2016, it doesn't even
Photoshop.
app
Look,
on
you gotta
your
take a
iPhone.
picture.
All right. Let's calm down. Okay, now I think we both need to think before we speak, okay?
I should just delete the tweet. She'll get over this and I won't get in trouble. As long as Mr. Casey doesn't realize I actually did make it.
Damien, I think you know the right thing to do here. Would you like to tell Kayla what that is?
I'll delete the tweet. I didn't make it, just saying. But I'll delete it though.
You're darn right you will. And next time you decide to make a meme, use a better picture. I looked weird in that one.
All right. You two good now?
Yeah, we're Gucci.
Dope. Okay, now if you two kids hurry, I think you can catch the late bus home, all right? Come on, let's go.
All right, Mr. Casey. All right,
Come on, guys. No running in the hall.
Yo, Mr. Casey.
We aren't supposed to have favorites, but Junior Ford is a special kid. He was my first assignment. Welcome, William. Your first kid just got out of juvie for killing his father in self-defense. Good luck with that. He had his troubles. After a lot of trial and error, we found something that worked. But perhaps the most special thing about Junior was that his thoughts were the only ones I couldn't hear. Junior.
Oh, good to see you, buddy.
Let's catch up. Coffee's on you.
I think I got some change. Let's roll.
I don't know, babe. I don't think I can make it to your friend's birthday. I told my sister I'd watch her dogs.
That's so sweet of you. My sister has dogs.
Calling him babe was good, but you need to start remembering their names. Was it Jim or Derek? Or maybe this is Steve?
So what do you think she's thinking over there?
I can only imagine. But hey, your mom must be happy that you're home for winter break.
Yeah, it's tough for her though. I think it's because I remind her so much of him.
I know what it's like, Jim. You know, my dad always told me that I reminded him of my mother. He said that she had this way about her, you know? That she always knew what he was thinking. According to him, she was real charming. And I guess he sees a lot of her and me when it comes to my students.
She died when you were young, right?
No, actually, she died giving birth to me.
So that's where you took it from.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, reading minds is a lot less obvious than controlling them.
You know, it's getting darker now, a lot earlier these days. How about I get you home?
I think it's a good idea.
Look, Junior, I don't know how you found out, but you're the only one that knows. I've always kept your secrets. I just hope that you can keep mine.
A guidance counselor? You have the power to read minds and use it to talk to fucked up kids?
You know, that's really a messed up thing to say, considering I used to be one of those kids, Junior.
Well, you don't know what it's like to have someone control your mind. My dad was weak, so he made me end it for him.
Junior, he made you do it?
He didn't know how it worked. He didn't realize by me killing him that I would then inherit the same thing that made him crazy. This amazing gift that he couldn't handle, the power to control minds.
Come on, Junior. I don't even understand what you're saying right now.
Of course you don't. You can't read my mind, and I can't control yours. It seems like we're both pretty special. I kind of figured that we had something similar, and now I'm gonna take it.
Junior, you don't want this.
Get out.
No, Junior, okay, please, let's not hurt anyone, okay? Junior, please, you don't have to hurt anyone, please. Please. It's not too late to change your mind. You haven't done anything yet.
Nah.
I guess no matter how much you listen, you can't help every kid.
You did help me, Mr. Casey.
I remember Junior Ford. He left town around the same time Mr. Casey did. Now, is he the one that went to prison? Maybe I heard the story wrong.
How did they keep this story out of the paper? The news? There's no way to cover up something this big.
How do you know about this when no one else does?
You asked for a story. I gave you one. So, do you believe in ESP?
I've heard stories too, you know. Having ESP isn't as cool as it sounds. It can cause a lot of trauma for people who have it.
I think it'd be cool to be able to read people's minds. Then maybe I could figure out why my sister is such a...
Shut up! I'm serious. Can you imagine hearing every thought from everyone around you? It would be traumatic.
I'd probably end up in the loony bin.
I heard they even have support groups for people who have ESP.
Support groups? You mean like Alcoholics Anonymous?
It's called ESP Anonymous, for people who have ESP to support each other.
Is this all we have for creamer, eh?
Yeah, that's all we can afford right now.
Not all.
Hey, Andrea. Oh, you brought Linda.
Well, who else was gonna bring her? Oh, I'm sorry, are you not comfortable? Linda! Thank you for giving her a ride, Andrea. How are you, Linda? She's in a mood.
Just Linda?
Does anyone want a donut while I'm up?
Thanks, already had one. Somebody's saying I shouldn't have another.
Anyone else? Claire? Wait, let me taste it. No thanks, I don't like that kind.
You know what? I will have one more. Quiet, Grandma.
Okay, seriously, a room full of psychics and you thought this would be enough creamer?
We're not all precognitive, Andrea. Shelf.
Do we have any more creamer?
No. All right, let's get started, everyone. My name is Claire, and I'm an ESP addict.
Hi, Claire.
Welcome to our weekly meeting of ESP Anonymous. This is a reminder that this is a safe space for anyone who's been affected by addiction to extrasensory perception, regardless of background, or their skill of choice, or their definition of abstinence. Let's go around the room and introduce ourselves.
I'm Deja, a clairvoyant.
Christoph, precognitive.
Bob, I fucking qualify.
Hi, everybody. I'm Linda. I'm psychometric.
I'm Noah. I have a clear rodeo and clear aroma.
Andrea. I'm retrocognitive and precognitive. Yes, that's really all we have.
I'm Ziggy. I'm a medium.
Pat. Oh.
Out loud, Pat.
Oh, was I doing it again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Patchouli, and I'm a telepath.
Hey, Patchouli.
Hi, Pat.
All right, the meeting's open.
I'll go. Shit's hard right now, guys. I'm back in the shelter. Judge is riding my ass. PO won't answer his fucking phone. I want to use my ESP so bad right now. You know, just for a second, just a little second, you know, so then I would know what's gonna happen. I've done everything that drug courts asked. Treatment, meetings, UAs. I can't keep a job. Can't concentrate. I can't keep my hands from shaking. You know, sometimes I just think about how much simpler it was, you know, when I had a tent and a backpack and only one other thing to worry about, you know?
We're glad that you're here, Christoph.
I'll go. I have had cravings this week, let me tell you. But sometimes I sense things without even doing anything. But I can't help that part. I guess I don't have much to say. I'll just listen.
Okay, well, I have something to get off my chest. Can we just acknowledge the elephant in the room? And by the elephant, I of course mean the weird, creepy clown. Let's just say it. Linda's off the wagon and back on the doll. I mean, why do I have to go out of my way to bring this thing here when she gets to stay at home just because she's psychometric and can send a doll in her place? It's fucking disrespectful. If anybody new showed up, not that we've had any newcomers for months, but if someone were to show up and see this thing, we'd scare them off.
Well, I guess I'll go next. I know it's weird. I feel really bad about it. I tried to come today, I really did, but I got so nervous and I had a panic attack and I just couldn't leave the house. I know I keep using the doll when I shouldn't. I just get so anxious. But if you don't want the doll there, I'll just stay home. I don't want to be a burden.
Nice, Andrea.
What?
She's not hurting anyone.
No crosstalk, guys.
She's not abstinent.
Andrea.
You're not nice.
Okay, safe space.
I'm so over this meeting. I don't need you guys.
Then why are you even here?
Okay, don't start with me, Ziggy. We all know your real name's Alan.
Gandhi gave me that name.
You can't talk to Gandhi.
Yes, I can.
You're the only toxic one here, Andrea.
Christoph. Really, Christoph? You're calling me toxic?
No crosstalk.
Hi.
Is this the meeting?
Welcome. Do you want to tell us your name?
Yes, it's Blake.
Ooh, really?
Pat. No mind reading in the meeting.
It's okay. I'm an astral projector.
Oh, wow.
It's intense. I go to sleep and suddenly I'm another person or in another world or in a past life. I wake up, days or weeks have gone by. I don't know what's happened in this world. My family won't talk to me. Lost all my friends. I just woke up from a major bender. I told myself after the last one that I didn't need it anymore and it would be enough. I don't want to do this anymore. I used to love it. It's horrible now. I hate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Blake. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your truth. I can forget how hard it was before. And I've been so impatient and so intolerant and so resentful. But my life is so much better now. It's not easy, but I wouldn't trade it for 1 second. So thank you. And thank you, Christoph. Thank you, Linda. God, I'm sorry I've been such a bitch lately.
You're here. Okay. Who's next?
So, you see, it's not as easy as you would imagine.
I still think it'd be pretty cool.
I think it'd be terrible.
Trevor, you've been awfully quiet. What do you think about all this?
We have a long history in Britain that's full of stories of the occult. Witches, demons, fairies, druids. It's been said that the occult lives in the heart of the English identity. I learned at a young age that it's nothing to play around with. That's why I had no interest in playing with the Ouija board when someone brought it up earlier. The main theme in all of these stories that I heard growing up was this. There's always a price to pay when you dabble with the occult.
What you see in front of you? That's me. Me back when nothing was special. Yeah, that was before it happened. But just like in every TV show or every movie, it started with something simple. A pencil, for instance. After that, my powers grew pretty quickly. I'd love to say I always used them for good, but it wasn't always the case. Eventually, it wasn't just whatever I wanted to manipulate, but whoever I wanted to. At first, I wasn't really comfortable getting into people's heads, but some people just deserve it. Ugh, this guy. Well, girl's gotta do what she can to get by. What started out with a pencil eventually became whatever I wanted to manipulate. Like men, for instance. Like this guy drugging a girl's drink. Had to do something, didn't I? Even you, watching this video, you're just a manipulation. I know, I'm breaking the fourth wall, but the reality is I'm in your mind. You see what I think. Oh, sorry, this one's private. I'm still getting the hang of this. I used my gifts as often as I could, and even though I can be selfish, I did some good deeds along the way. I had everything a girl could want. However, that was until this night. Stop. Better. The night I learned that when you're gifted with something, there is always someone or something equally gifted that will oppose you. Hello?
Rachel. 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 You've been losing something that isn't yours. Feisty, you've been stealing your power from somewhere. Where do you think you're getting it from?
nothing. I need to be alone now. Please leave.
No, you're obviously upset. I'm not gonna leave you like this. What happened?
I still think it'd be pretty cool. If I had powers like that, I'd use them to make a lot of money. Just imagine if you could see into the future. My dad spends a lot of time at the horse track. I could give him the winner of every race and we'd be zillionaires.
You know what would happen then, don't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't be hanging out in this dingy basement. I'd be jet-setting all over the world.
And how long do you think you'll be able to keep that a secret? That you can guess the winner to every race? It wouldn't be long until people realized it. You'll be banned from the track.
I just have other people make bets for me.
And what if there was someone who wanted you to tell them which bets to make? But for them, not yourself. Against your will.
Huh?
There are some pretty dangerous people out there. You wouldn't want to get mixed up with them.
The round of starters orders, and they're on. And they're off first time to a pretty good break with 22 fences to jump and 3 1/4 miles to go. And the first to go on is All Very Fine. On the inside shows ahead of Hankier, 3 counties and Kelly's Honor. That's the first 4 as they jump fence number 1. All safely over that. And racing up now towards the second with Hankier on the stand side, joining It's All Very Fine. Between them and a close third, just behind, is 3 counties. Mayan Core jumps in 4, Kelly's Honor in 5, Cauchemar towards the outside of Conway Grove, and on the inside of these Nijana. Then halfway down the field, Summons, a gap of a length to the Scottish Sound, who's a half length in front of Certain Might. Then comes Omer to Call Collect, and then after the Scar of Screen, and then a 2 or 3 length gap to McNabb's Quest and Miller Hill. And the pace, a sensible one in view of the conditions this afternoon as the field for the Fox Hunters swings away now to go to fence the one before the water, and Hankier with a length advantage. All Very Fine on the inside, then came 3 counties and Mayan Core jumping together third and 4. Kelly's Honor 5 on the inside, Jana at close 6, 7 miles on the outer making ground. 4 or 5 length gap as they come.
Now let's try this again. Listen, wise ass!
Tony. Yeah, this is Martin. Give me 500 on Green Gables and the 4th. Yeah.
Second last, and 3 counties with a 5-length advantage. Honor in second, Satin Light in third. 1 to jump now, and the
Well, hello, little missy. I bet you miss your mommy, don't you?
I'm sure your daddy misses his little girl, too. I tell you what, mister. You know I had the little girl. And you know you'll never find her or see her again. Unless you do your little parlor tricks and pick me a pony. So why don't you quit farting around?
I already told you. It doesn't work like that. I can't control it.
Yeah, but that Tesla you was driving today tells me different. There's one more race today on the docket. You gonna pick me a winner. I'm gonna pick me an ear off your little girl. That ain't the only thing I'm gonna be picking off her. You got it? Tony. Yeah, it's me again. Listen.
Pass number 15. Second number 7. Third number 1. And fourth number 11. First number 15, 3 counters. Second number 7.
Yeah, this is Gabe Harris. Yeah, that one. My daughter's in a car, a silver Honda, in the trunk, on 4th and Congress. Please hurry. Yeah. Let me get 2,000 on long odds in the 7th.
Gabe Harris? Gabe Harris? Yeah, how you doing? You know, Tony from the club here says you're real good with the numbers.
Man, that would suck. But in the end, he still got paid. I could take a beating if I got paid in the end.
You're a wimp when it comes to pain. And that's why you play baseball and not football. You don't want to get hit. These stories are all so depressing. Why aren't there any fun ones?
Because the occult is nothing to laugh about.
I have a fun one. Please tell it. Okay. So, there's a guy who has lost something. Something important. And if he can't find it, he's in big trouble.
Well, obviously, he's not clairvoyant.
So, he's tearing his house apart.
I gotta find this thing.
Lost your socks? I'll find those too. Wedding ring missing? You name it, I'll find it. That's what I do. Don't touch that remote. I bet you're thinking,
That was crazy.
that was crazy.
How'd he do that?
How did I do that, you said? I'm a psychic medium that helps people find their stuff. Call me, Lonnie Goldman. I'm a psychic medium that helps people find their stuff.
Oh, hey. You must
Lonnie?
be...
Hey, how did you know you were gonna say that?
I was gonna say get here so quickly.
I was in the neighborhood. Nice house.
Thanks.
Before we get started, let's talk rates. It's gonna be $50 an hour, no questions asked.
Does that include...
See that right there? That was a question. No more of those. Capiche, amigo?
Cool.
Second off, my psychic abilities are very, very physically taxing. So when I say that I need something, I'm gonna need you to trust me, okay, guy? Any questions?
No.
That's good.
Yes.
You're learning. All right, let's get psychicking. I see something.
I didn't tell you what we were looking for yet.
Oh yeah, you're looking for your
Well, what did I lose, Lonnie? Lonnie? Gotta find this thing. Lonnie, you don't look so...
ring. Your wedding ring.
Yeah, my wedding ring. My wife gets home from her trip tomorrow, and if I have...
Don't find it by the time she gets back, you're gonna be in some deep doo-doo. I know.
Well, I was gonna say be in hot water, but yeah.
Wait, shh, I'm getting something. I see buildings. Does that sound familiar?
I was totally in a building earlier this week.
Of course you were.
That's probably it.
That's it.
We should go. Come on.
Let's go.
I'll drive. Come on.
You drive.
So what kind of building was it?
Building? What building?
You said my ring was in a building.
Oh yeah, a building. Square one. Mostly square. Huh. I'm seeing something. I'm seeing my powers are fading. I see a grocery store.
Are you saying my wedding ring is in the grocery store?
I'm hungry. I see my powers weakening with hunger, and I see you paying for it.
Sounds like you need me to buy you some groceries.
Look, guy, I think the universe is being pretty clear about this. Tell you what, how about you do the psychicking, and I'll be the idiot that loses everything?
No.
Exactly. All right, let's go.
You got my change?
No change. I sprung for the good stuff. I had to get all the psychic enhancing essentials, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It might sound stupid, but it's real.
So, a Rosie O'Donnell doll and toilet paper.
I'm not gonna not buy a Rosie O'Donnell doll, you idiot. Hold on, I'm seeing something. No, still fuzzy.
Well, can you unfuzz it?
It's not a TV, guy. Look, I told my drug dealer that we'd stop by his house a little later.
So, my wedding ring is at your drug dealer's house?
It's a psychic hotspot, all right? Quit freaking out. It's like Wi-Fi for psychics. Sci-fi. One time I told my dealer his car was gonna break down. Guess what happened?
His car broke down?
7 months. You're a psychic?
This rug is Egyptian cotton, real camel fur. 13 camels had to die for this rug to come to you.
That's beautiful. Great conversation piece, guy. Did you feel that?
The whole ride over here, I thought you were saying drug dealer.
That's stupid.
I was so nervous. This is a really nice rug, though. I love the backstory.
Hey, did Lonnie tell you about the time?
Listen to this.
That he predicted my car would break down, and then it did?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, real crazy.
So are we gonna find that ring, or?
Oh yeah, that's right. Nope, still fuzzy. Sorry, Socks, we gotta get going. The dry cleaners are gonna close soon, and I still gotta make a deposit. I'm gonna use your crapper real fast, though. Is that all right?
Wait, why would my wedding ring be at your dry cleaners?
Look, guy, I'm the one with the psychic abilities, remember? Not you. Sucks. We'll take 2 of the Egyptian cottons. Guy, why don't you pay the man?
Want me to gift wrap that for you?
Hey, you dropped something.
What do you got here, nudie pictures?
Swindler's List. Grocery shopping, stop by Sock's house, dry cleaners.
That's not as bad as it looks like it is.
Well, it looks pretty bad, Lonnie. You don't even have ESP, do you?
You don't? Well, but my car.
I do. Kinda. You see, it's kind of like a fat kid in a candy store. I ain't trying to take control of the situation, but ultimately, in the end, it does what it wants.
Are you the fat kid?
You've just been using me to run errands. Conning me into buying groceries and exotic rugs.
Hey, one of those rugs was for you.
You don't even know where my wedding ring is, do you?
Your wife has it. She took it to get cleaned with hers. Happy Valentine's Day, amigo.
Are you for real? No more tricks?
Yeah, no more tricks. Fuck tricks.
Look, Lonnie, you obviously have a gift, man, but maybe try using it to help people instead of rip them off. I'm out of here.
Leaving? Ah, fuck.
Socks. Nice to meet you, man.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. You wanna exchange numbers or something?
No.
I'll find you on Facebook.
Okay.
Look, guy, I was gonna tell you.
You're a real piece of work, you know that? He's right, though. You should use your powers for good. So, still wanna buy those rugs?
So, what'd you do while I was gone?
Well, I thought I lost my wedding ring, so I tore the house apart looking for it. I even hired a psychic to help me find it, and he introduced me to a black market rug dealer. And then it turned out he was a phony. And then it turned out he wasn't a phony. And you should have just told me that you were getting my ring cleaned because I freaked out.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But how did you know I was getting your ring clean? That was supposed to be...
For Valentine's Day?
I'm Clint Walters. I'm here with known psychic medium, Lonnie Goldman.
Lonnie?
You just saved this boy's life out of this burning building.
Turn that
How
up.
does that make you feel?
Feel like a hero, Clint. Like I'm finally doing something good.
My mom's still in the house.
Thanks, amigo. His mom's still in the house.
See, ESP isn't always bad. Lonnie used his powers for good to help others in the end.
You see, it's stories like that. Stories that make light of the occult. That make people believe that it's all just some fun game. Do you seriously believe that someone with powers like that would truly use them for good? No. Maggie was right. We're only human. Having the ability to read people's minds all the time would drive anyone insane. Having the ability to see into the future, it's too tempting. Any one of us would use it for selfish reasons. The ability to manipulate people's minds. I don't suppose it really matters to any of you, though. None of you truly believe in it. You spent the entire night thinking about baseball and Sally Feldman in your chemistry class. And you spent the entire night imagining Susan's mother some femme fatale in your weird Maltese Falcon fantasy. I tried to warn you. I told you that the occult is nothing to toy with. I told you, but none of you believe me. Maybe now you believe
that it's not just a children's game.
They say the kids were found the next morning, still in the basement, sitting around a table just like this one. They were alive, but their brains were wiped clean. They just stared off into space, completely unaware of their surroundings.
What are you all so pensive about? I could have heard a pin drop when I walked down the stairs.
We were just telling stories, and Susan told us one that had us all thinking.
She always could tell a good story. I think she got it from me.